Hey everybody, Super Mustache Pika here, and welcome back to Dragon Quest IV: Child of the Chosen, as we start off with Chapter 3 with probably my least favorite chapter in this game. Excuse me. Just because we start with Torneko Taloon. Probably one of the one of the best characters in the series. An interesting character of himself. He's basically the merchant class from Dragon Quest III, with some other traits. I think he has some thief traits too, like some abilities. But anyways, we get a packed lunch from our wife, we say hello to our son, and we head for our job. Now, this is part of the game. This part can get kind of grindy if you want it to be grindy. But basically, you start off as Torneko Taloon, who works at the local weapon shop in his town. And you can actually spend several minutes just sitting here or just standing here waiting for customers to come in to either buy equipment that the store has available or sell some. Some characters will sell items that are not the Oaken Club, Copper Sword, or Divine Dagger. Some NPCs come in and will actually sell like a hunter's bow, which we saw back in Chapter 2, a chain sickle, or if you're really lucky, a cautery sword. I cut there real quick because you can see the door is closed, because I went downstairs and in the barrels there's nothing. But yeah, I didn't get nothing of interest. When someone sells you an item that is not that is not one of the three items you start out with, it is there until someone buys it. So I had this video originally at like 20 minutes and I had to cut it in half because most of it was just sitting there waiting for someone to sell something. Anyways, we finished our job, we get paid, so now we're going to explore the town. Because why not? Nothing else to do. We'll be exploring the area in the next episode. I'll be exploring the area in the next video. Yeah, I just thought maybe he'd come back and, he'd be up here selling stuff. No, he's not. He's just down there counting his money. We have a very greedy boss. There's nothing in any of the pots or barrels. We can't access those treasure chests yet because we don't have the right key. But yeah, you could spend some time grinding to try to get some weapons that, because the weapons that some people sell, Taloon can equip all of them. He also has his equipment is unique. He can equip certain items that no one else can, but we won't be coming across those until later in the chapter. What I would like to do is try to get the bronze armor. That's probably the best armor right now for him that I have access to. But as you can see, I only have 84 gold, and yeah, I could work at that shop. If you work at the weapon shop all day, I think it's like a couple, 5 to 7 minutes, I think, something like that. I could be wrong. You could do that, and then your boss would pay you about anywhere between, depending on how long you do it, between 100 and 110 gold each day. And you could do that for 7 in-game days, and you'd be able to purchase that bronze armor. But there's easier ways. Definitely in this chapter, it would be a good idea for my playthrough of playing this on this version and the NES. I have the DS version, but I have it sealed. I haven't opened it. I don't know if I'll ever open it as far as with my Dragon Quest collection. But yeah. So we're just exploring around town with Taloon. He actually, I'm sure a lot of people that have played, that know about the Dragon Quest series, there was a game that I don't think it was ever released. I don't think it was released in America. I think it was in Japan only, maybe Europe, where it was kind of like Pokemon's Mystery Dungeon, but you had Taloon was the main character. it's if I could find if I was able to find that or get an emulator or a ROM for it or an emulator, that'd be definitely a ROM of it. That'd be interesting to play. I have seen some gameplay of it, but it's been like several years ago. Anyways, with this old man, he needs help getting to the church, so we're just gonna shove him there. And we're just assisting the elderly. We can get about, I think, up to 10 gold for helping him. Now this is easier in the DS version, but obviously, as you can see, I'm playing the mobile version. And trying to get this with this, using a stylus and the controls is not the best. Nope, I got him stuck behind. Well, we're gonna just we're stomping on the flower bed. Yeah, you want me to push you harder? I'll push you harder. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you could do this every day too. After you're done working at the weapon shop, you could walk over to where this old man is and assist him, old man Finn, over to the church, and he'll pay about 10 gold. Not always, but something like that. Anyways, let's continue walking around town. There's an item shop here. Like the previous chapters, when I start doing some level grinding and stuff like that, I'm going to be buying a lot of medicinal herbs. Also, in this, Taloon also gets an item that you don't get in other chapters. It's the packed lunch, which his wife gives him every day when he goes to work. It's just like a medicinal herb. And the interesting thing is if you don't say, like, I don't use the pack, I don't use the packed lunch, I don't need it. The next morning, when you wake up when you're heading to work, your wife is like, oh, that's an old one, let me make you a fresh one. So yeah. And yeah, we talked with that dog. Can't do anything with that dog yet. And this guy's kind of wondering how a woman like Tessie married a good-for-nothing like us. Personality. I'll go with that. But yeah, there's not really a whole lot to explore here. We're going to check out the inn. I think there's no one really to talk to. But the scariest true stories ever. It's an interesting story about a peddler found himself lost in the woods in the village, found a village, and then he accepted their hospitality. But the next morning, the peddler awoke and there was nothing but wasteland. Interesting. Well, we are technically a peddler, merchant. So yeah. And I think that's about it in town, so we're just going to continue going around. And yeah, let me get these pots, let me smash these pots up before, we're going to go back in the house. We're going to pretty much call it a day for today. Are we going to talk to our son? No. Well, let's talk with Tessie. He must be shattered after work. And good night. And we're going to start another day. Yeah, this video is going to be short. So, Tisn't New Dawn already. Oh, yeah, I hadn't eaten the packed lunch. Let me change it for a new, fresh one. Alright, cool. And our son is still laying in bed. Let us head over to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut here because I'm going to try to see, I'm going to work a full day at the weapon shop, and I'm going to try and see if someone will sell the cautery sword. I think it was on GameFAQs, someone for the DS version, you could possibly get the cautery sword. Someone would be selling it. As I mentioned earlier, if you happen to be lucky enough where somebody comes in and goes, hey, I want to sell the cautery sword, and then you sell it, it is 3,500 gold, I believe. And just like I said before, the shop is always going to have oaken clubs, copper swords, divine daggers. Anyone else sells anything, it's a one-time thing. So if you are not careful, and if you want that item, you want to stop working for the day, go back to home, get sleep, get a fresh packed lunch, or go out into the world and grind and come back and buy that sword. buy that weapon. But yeah, I mean, this is, if you want to grind money this way, that's fine, but it's a pain. So we're just going to keep working, and then I'll be making a cut here just so you don't have to sit here, because like I said, it can take several minutes. So yeah, I just cut there to the last bit. It's already late, be closing up soon, and working a full day earns you 105 gold. That's around what you normally get. And then there's at nighttime, but there's nothing really going on. So in the next episode, we're going to venture out in the world.